Hi students, today we are moving on to the next module, that is all about tobacco products. We have to learn how cigar is being manufactured. I have a cigar with me. Then you have to know the process of making cigarette. Next one is piping tobacco. This you have to learn it in this chapter. Let's start. This one is tobacco leaves. Let's see the history of tobacco which is produced in the countries with tropical and semi-tropical dedicates. India has two climates, tropical and monsoon climate. The countries which includes Cuba, Jamaica, Sumatra, Philippines, India, Syria, Australia, Greece, Turkey, Egypt and some parts of USA. These are the major tobacco producing countries in the world. Tobacco means it's a leafy product which has a 1 to 3% of alkaloid nicotine when it's chew, snuff and smoke. Columbus discovered that the West Indian people they were smoking a hollow shaped stick, but he didn't bother about that. And the historians doesn't know who introduced tobacco to the world at first. Even Europeans doesn't know when they smoked their tobacco at first. It was at the mid of 16th century. The tobacco which introduced to the world by Mr. G. Nicot, he introduced to France in 1556, Portugal in 1558, Spain in 1559, and in England by 1565. The first successful crop which was cultivated in US, the place name called Virginia. It was for piping tobacco, chew and snuff. The cigar was not popular until 18th century, but in 16th century the people they start using a cigarette without curing the tobacco leaves. This is a small history of tobacco. Now let's see, there are three phases of tobacco from seeding till the consumption. The first stage is planting. Normally the seeds are grown in the nurseries. Once it's matured enough, that you have to plant it to the field. And of course we have to nip the side leaves and the top of the leaves, that is called topping. The purpose of doing that, the leaves has to get the maximum size. And one plant normally gives 8 to 12 leaves, and the length of the leaves should be 46 centimeters. And the growing period is 6 months. Next point is harvesting. You have to choose a cloudy day. You can't opt a sunny day because leaves are very thin and there's a chance for sunburns. And when you are harvesting, you have to take at least the ripened individual leaves. For the entire stack, you can pluck it. The next stage is curing or drying. The tobacco leaves will have to be dried. That process is called curing. Normally it's been hanged in barns. Barns is a kind of room where the tobacco leaves is being hanged. There it can be a natural heat or artificial heat can be given to dry the tobacco leaves. And the process it may take 2 to 6 weeks. The temperature has to be maintained 21 to 77 degrees Celsius. Why? Because the tobacco leaves has proteins, carbohydrates, alcohol and enzymes. Due to the presence of this, it may take too many days to dry the tobacco leaves. That's all for today, and I will see you in next class. Until then, bye from your teacher.